Welcome to the Chronic Pleasure Podcast, where we talk about all things pleasurable and some of the things that can get in the way of pleasure. My name is Karen Lorre, and today I want to talk about how you can raise your human growth hormone, which is called HGH, and if you're a man, your testosterone. So I had these two clients, both of them are super cute, and men, and they were both on the slender side. And we all had been doing the same kind of workout, which I can put a link for this device actually in the bottom in the show notes because it's an amazing workout device. I love it. But we'd all been doing this workout, and then I started coaching them. They'd been doing it for about a year, and they were strong and they were fit, but they had never grown like big muscles. They were just on the more slender side. And we started to coach. I was coaching each of them independently, different times. And as I was coaching them, within about 3 or 4 weeks, both of their partners, both of their wives, said to them, "Wow, look at your chest. Wow, look at your arms. Wow, look at your legs." Like they were actually getting muscular. And they both reported it to me. And I thought, oh, that's interesting because they'd been doing the device for over a year and they'd gotten fit. But then they were letting go of stress. They were letting go of fear. They were letting go of negative thoughts. And so, of course, their immune system, their human growth hormone, and their natural testosterone all started to go up. And it was so incredible to watch this. And I've seen it happen now with every one of my clients when they've started working out consistently. And then when they got this new level of release of stress or this new level of happiness, this new level of joy and freedom, their body naturally got stronger. Their body naturally, if it was a woman, they just naturally had firmer muscles. It wasn't like they were bulky as a woman. They just were firmer and fitter. I'm like really firm and fit now. I have the same kind of body I had when I was 16 doing gymnastics 5 hours a day, but I only work out for about 10 minutes a day now. But it's just so incredible because women get fitter and they get more toned when they let go of all stress. Men get a little more bulkier. Even a slender man will start getting bulkier because stress, as we've seen, it not only stress lowers HGH, it lowers testosterone, it lowers the immune system, it lowers so many things in our bodies. And so when you let go of stress, you have a natural tendency for the good things to come forth, the human growth hormone, the HGH, the testosterone. If you're a man, women have testosterone too, but we just don't make as much as men. And the more that you activate that sense of joy and happiness, the more your body is going to be balancing in this beautiful state. So how do you do that? So, I mean, first of all, one of the things that's too hard to talk about on a podcast, but it's the releasing of subconscious blocks. Pretty much everybody has grown up with subconscious blocks, and that is something I work with my clients on. But it is personal to each client. The way their block has manifested and how to undo it is something that is specific to each person. So it's not something I can address here. But in general, we're kind of trained to be stressed out. If you watch the news, it's generally talking about something that's stressful. If you watch a movie, most movies are talking or doing things that are stressful. If you watch most TV shows, some of them are funny, thank God, but some of them are stressful. So you want to start looking at where is stress in your life and what can you do to relax yourself? What can you do to just let go of the stress? There's a practice that I've done for years now of dissociating myself, my emotions, my physiology from my body. From that sounds weird to dissociate my physiology from my body, but I'll explain it in a minute. And my emotions from my circumstances. So I don't ever get stressed. I have eustress, EU. Eustress is good stress. It's the kind of stress that you get when you go to fatigue when you work out, for example. I have that kind of stress. And I have the kind of stress of playing fun games, and trying to come up with good ideas for that thing. But it's fun. It's not, none of that is hard. Uh, so as each of those, when you start doing that kind of practice of practicing letting go of the stress, practicing being present, practicing doing things that are relaxing to you, doing things that soften you, doing things that just cause you to be more present, to breathe deeper. If you breathe into your belly, or you breathe into your sacrum, if you allow your eyes to see the periphery instead of just focused forward, so that your eyes can see beyond you, to the sides, behind you, above you. When you do that, you're telling your body that you're safe. You're telling your body that you're secure. And your body likes to thrive when it feels that way. So anything that you can do, I do suggest that you get rid of subconscious blocks. But there's other things you can do is pay attention. Where do you get stressed? And is that something you have to keep doing? Or is there a way for you to stay relaxed while you do it? Or is that something you can let go of? And the more present you are, the less you have to deal with the mashugana stuff, crazy stuff. The mashugana stuff is stuff that people get into because they're out of alignment. It's the kind of stuff where they start stressing about something, and that stress is a time consumer. It's an energy consumer. It's a joy consumer. And so it's an HGH consumer and a testosterone consumer too. So stress, it never serves. And the more that you practice relaxing, the more that you practice being present, focusing on that which makes you feel good, the more you have a chance to really allow yourself to be in that state of freedom, that state of joy. It's our natural state. And then when you start being able to be in that state on a consistent level, and that's what I teach my clients, is how to get that joyful state, that relaxed state, that joyful state into their subconscious. So you don't have to think about it. It's just a natural thing to rewrite the entire subconscious so the whole subconscious is supporting you. I love teaching that. It's so freaking fun. But when you teach that and then you watch how people are becoming the evidence of it. You know, their bodies look better, their skin looks better, their eyes look better, their eyes work better, their ears work better. Everything starts getting better and better and better. So I encourage you to find anything you do that causes you stress, to be as relaxed as you can with it and see if it's something you can let go of. It's interesting to me that all the things that I worried about in my life in the past have no bearing on where I am now. None of them mattered. What matters is right now I'm full of love. I'm completely safe. I'm completely present. You, whether you know it or not, are also full of love. Whether you recognize it or not, you're also completely safe and secure. And if you drop into your heart, you'll find yourself being able to be more present. And if you can go about your life like that, if you can work out like that and eat like that, communicate like that, where you're communicating from that deeper part of yourself, all of this will raise your immune system, raise your HGH, raise your testosterone, raise those good chemicals that we make. Our body is meant to be active and relaxed. And if you are letting go of all those subconscious blocks, if you're in that state where your subconscious mind and your desires and your spirit are all in alignment with each other, you have so much energy. You think so clearly. You sleep so deeply. And it's just a joy to be alive. And you get to watch things happen that you wouldn't have even known of. For example, this is just one benefit of it, of letting go of all that stress. I said I had wanted this one thing, and I just hadn't bought it yet. I have something else that already works, but this other thing was kind of like an upgrade. But it was like $180, and I just thought, yeah, I don't need it yet. I'll just wait. And then all of a sudden, somebody said, "Hey, would you like me to send you one of those things for free?" And I thought, "Oh, I would. I would." So I just, without any effort, I had a desire. Somebody I don't even know, I've never met, we've just talked on Facebook, sent me a message saying, "Would you like me to send you this thing?" And I love that. That's another physical benefit that happens when you let go of stress, because people can feel that you care about them, that you love them, that you're trustworthy. And when they feel that, they feel safe, and they feel safe to be themselves. And everybody as themselves is generous. So if you want to raise your human growth hormone, if you want to look better, if you want to increase your immune system, if you want to raise your testosterone in a healthy way, you don't need to do pills or shots or drugs. It's letting go of stress. That is the natural way to do it. And I will say, a lot of times when people are taking the shots of the HGH or the shots of the testosterone or whatever, they're diminishing their body's own reserve. The body says, "Oh, you got it. You already got it. I don't need to make it anymore." And so you end up depleting yourself of the thing that you're wanting more of. It's so much better, at least in my experience, to do it naturally, to do it by letting go of the stress, by being in your full presence, by being that pure, loving presence. I feel so much love for you. I'm so glad you are you. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Karen Lorre, and this is the Chronic Pleasure Podcast. And if you'd like to know more about how to let it go of stress, you can refer to my books, which are at chronicpleasurebook.com, chronicpleasurebook.com. Thank you so much. I will see you soon.